Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is the 6th of January and we are doing our first plot tour of the year. Let's go. I wasn't gonna do a plot tour just now because quite frankly there's not much happening. Obviously it's currently 4 degrees just now, but when I walked in the greenhouse this morning it was 2.9 degrees about 20 minutes ago, but outside it's actually -1 just now, so it's fairly cold. Proper winter condition, nothing unexpected. But yeah, there's not much that can be done just now with the ground being frosty as it is. Well, I'm saying that I'm actually planning to come tomorrow with Tony, the plot holder, and we are planning to clear the side there, but I'll talk you through in a minute anyway. As I said, I wasn't going to do it. There's not much going on. But that being said, I really want to start this year properly, and I want to be able to do a recorded plot tour every single month throughout the year. Ideally, around about the same time, so beginning of each month. So why not start just now? There's a few bits and pieces that have been done which have not been filmed. Obviously, the video on the gate is still not been released, but the gate is here, so I'll give you a quick preview of this as well. And there's plenty of plans and plenty of things that happened in the background. So I think we've got enough to talk about to do a short episode. Before we go out, just want to show you there and at the back. So a week or so ago, Tony cut back all the geraniums. It was time to get them done. So that's it, done, cut back, although they are still flowering and there's more buds coming on, but I don't think they'll be, frost is getting them now, so I don't think we'll get much out of them. So yeah, he's tidied this back, just push them in the corner as well, so it clears out the space ready for planting things. So the other thing that happened is we've got that big bench that was given to us last year, so it doesn't actually retain the water at all. So Tony's been putting some silicone. It seemed to be working. Obviously, we've not put any water in it, but water's been dripping in one of them, and it's obviously a mini ice ring just now, so it seemed to be working. So yeah, we'll see later on in the season. So as we come out, you probably will notice straight away that this corner has been slightly transformed. So the last shrub or shrubs, there was actually 3 of them in there, have been removed, and 1, 2, 3 and 4 fruit trees have been planted. I could be wrong, I'll correct this if I am wrong, but this is the cherry one right at the back, then it's an apple, topaz, pear conference, and it's another apple on that side, but unfortunately it's a lost label one, so we're not too sure which one it is. It's likely to be just like the topaz, a desert apple, but I'm not quite sure. So we'll see when it starts producing. Everything's been cleared, cleaned, rotovated. All the or most of the roots have been removed out as well. What we have left to do is now remove that line of monoblocks as well, and then we can just clear this area, level it off, and then start on the pond. This path in here, as I've mentioned before, will be removed as well. We are keeping it just now simply because there's not really anywhere else to walk. Once this will be leveled off, we'll be able to put a few slabs. Obviously we've got plenty of slabs already there, plus the one from that path that will be removed, so we'll have enough slabs just to put along, just to get to the compost bin. The plan for here will be along here, just to make the separation between the two, will be to use those concrete edging, and then obviously, as mentioned before, this area will be a bit of a seating area, as well as a bit of a wildlife area with a pond in the middle, some wildflower around, and then the fruit area in here obviously now has the fruit trees in place, and soon enough we will get the strawberry runners planted in, and hopefully a couple of other fruit shrubs. But just now it is looking so much tidier. The bin number 1 will still need to be emptied, and to bin number 2, and bin number 3 is pretty much halfway filled now. Obviously quite a lot of woody stuff, so it will take a lot longer for this one to break down. But since this one is in fairly good state just now, we will be able to transfer this and then start straight away on this. But we need to empty the wheelbarrow just now, and unfortunately it's frozen solid in there, so we cannot get this out. So around this corner, there's been a bit of tidying that's been done. As you can see, the bench that was at the side is now here. We need to sort it out. It's a bit dodgy, but it's certainly a lot better on the concrete base rather than on the really soft ground there. All this area is just the rubbish that's been stored that needs to be kept. Fortunately, we were told still stuff to be burned, but unfortunately we've been told that we are no longer allowed. There's been complaints by the neighbors, and we're not allowed to burn stuff anymore on the plot. So yeah, bit of a bummer. Something else that I forgot to mention actually is we got, well, this one is not, it's actually frozen in, but it's not, yeah, there you go, it's not fitted in properly. It needs to be glued in. But we've got downpipe on both sides. I'll show you the other one in a minute. So this one is just going to be left as is just now. We might put a wee bucket or something neither just to collect a bit of water, but there's no plan to connect it just now, simply because we don't have a water butt just now. And then on at the back, and then on this side, we've got the stop end, which work really, really well. The water is literally level here at the top, so it's definitely doing its job. This side, as you can see, it's all clear now. It's very, very boggy on this side, so it's a bit difficult to walk. That piece of wood was technically at the back. It's just been temporarily moved, but it needs to be moved elsewhere. We've just not had a chance to do it yet, but this area has been cleared anyway. So yeah, pretty much a blank canvas for us. But we'll get started on this. And if I take you around this side, you will see the new addition for this here. So we've connected this last week. So again, same ID. If I take you a bit higher up, same ID. This one's been glued in, so it's all good. Downpipe, and then it's collecting in here. Obviously there's hardly anything just now because it's not been raining since we set it up. It's been raining literally non-stop in 2024 and the first week or so in 2025. But since we've put the water butt, there's not been a bit of rain. So if you're looking for a solution to stop the rain, I would strongly suggest you install a water butt. It seemed to be the best way to stop the rain coming. I mean, look at that. You know, but it seemed to be working anyway. There was a bit of ice in there, which once it started melting, just went down the pipe. So it is working. We've just not had a chance to test it properly, but soon enough, I'm sure we will get some rain and it will be filled up in no time. This bit still needs to be cleared. We're still unsure. So we know that this is solid ground there. This is either slabs or a concrete pad. There's an edging here, but I'm not exactly sure what's under there. And obviously we've got a lot of old, very, very old rickety plastic there that will need to be removed as well. And obviously we've got the big main growing area for Tony in here. So I've already showed you the whole layout and already explained. This has been transformed from 9 raised beds to now 17. Fortunately, they're now to be all filled up. So this is the spent compost from the tomatoes when we pull them out. This is the spent compost that's just been laid in here. But I mean, some of them still have a bit of soil, but most of them don't even have any soil. So see, it's actually right underneath here. So those needs to be all filled up. And here, the grasses are loving it. The fuchsias are now done. The frost had them, but in spring they will be cut back. Same in here. This need to be cleared and cut back. But anyway, this need to be removed. This need to be removed. This need to be removed, and this need to be reopened to have a full corner bed. But the grasses are doing pretty well. And obviously there's a few bulbs that have been planted, I believe, along the wall. It's not me that done those ones, so I'm not exactly sure. But I know that along the wall there should be some, so still a few spaces that need to be filled up. A bit of weeding that needs to be done, but most of it is quite good. And then we have the gate. Obviously a full video will be released as soon as possible. It's just taking me a very long time to edit this one. So in here, it's all been cleared. There's obviously a few weeds that are reappearing, but not an awful lot, and hopefully they will die off. So just a wee hoe over this will definitely take care of the few weeds that are coming back. But overall, it's stayed fairly clean and tidy despite the mild weather that we've had in December. So all this, you've seen it in video anyway, all this has been filled up with flower bulbs, and then obviously at each of those spikes, that's the dahlias, are left in the ground. So far so good. If the temperature keeps going down, we might have to cover them up, but we'll just take a bucket filled up with leaves and then put it over the top. And then we still need to reopen that section here. Put a few slabs as well to access that tab. But again, it's not really a priority. The tab's turned off anyway, so just now it's not a priority. And then the paths here, where I'm standing just now, that path here need to be leveled up properly and just done, you know, clean, tidy, just so we've got something decent to walk on. And this will pretty much be the only, well, apart from the main access, but the only path that will be kept in here, since this one will be disappearing, this one will be disappearing, and be replaced by some stepping stones going along. These slabs will be staying, but that's pretty much all that will be staying. I finalized the crop planning yesterday, envisioning in the way it's going to look like in June, July, August, you know, at the peak of the season. It's actually really exciting. This is what it looks like just now. It's not much that changes. The purple sprouting broccoli. Hello. There's you. Hello. All right, buddy. I know. It's cold. Purple sprouting broccoli. That's what I was talking about. Purple sprouting broccoli. And here were just leftover from the one I've planted at home, which are still much too small. Round about mid-March, no matter what, they will be coming off, unless they're really producing loads and loads, but I don't think that's going to happen. So obviously the line was the kohlrabi and so on, and here is just complete failure. Don't know. I don't know why, but yes, I do know why, because I know that they were, well, the soil wasn't in the best condition, so never worked. The lettuce are now all out. All this has been cleared out as well. We just have the only thing that's left in here are, as you can see here, the leeks, which those ones look pretty terrible. But in here we've got a couple of slightly better one, but still very, very poor. If they give sign of life, I might just transplant them into a bucket or something needed, because I will need the space here. In fact, fairly soon, probably in about a month's time. I'm gonna clear this and have some carrots sown in here, so I'm gonna need that space no matter what. And I've got new leeks, which obviously you've seen in the video released in early January. So those ones will be coming out. Whether they're going to go in the compost, whether they're going to be used as very, very small leeks, or if they're going to be planted, we'll see. Time will tell. Obviously, all that stretch had nothing at all, so it's just a bit of weeds on the surface. The spring onions are slowly but surely kicking back. I'm planning to let those ones go pretty much to completion, just because I won't need that space right away. I'm planning to get in here the courgettes, so I've got a bit of time to get them in, so it's not so much of a rush. And here though, the carrots, well, we knew that anyway. There's a couple of carrots that were growing, and that's pretty much what we've got left just now. This is the biggest carrot I believe that we've got in that stretch, so not much results. The calabrese, again, they're actually producing very miniature calabrese, so just the frost came in too early. The weather in autumn's been terrible, so all this will be stripped on this side though. So if you remember well, we've got our first 2 rows here all the way along. The slightly bigger one are the garlic, germido that we've done this season, and then all these ones are the onions. Fortunately, there's still onions getting pulled out, so I've not been as consistent as I should have at putting them back. There's a few that have been pulled out. In fact, I've noticed one in the path earlier. So the onions is not, I mean, it's good, but it's not amazing. So just here, obviously you've got the wee hut was the toilets, and the wee cafe where we can go and do coffee, tea, and so on. But the magpies love staying up there and scouting what's to be taken, so well, literally just straight there for them. So that's probably one of the reasons. But the garlics, they are all still in the ground, and I would say not far off, actually 100% of them have grown. There's maybe, you know, maybe one in here that seemed to not have germinated. I've come through, a couple have been eaten around about there, but overall the garlic is doing fantastic. I am really looking forward to harvesting them. Obviously we are still a good 6 months or so away from harvesting these ones, but hopefully there's no disease under there. I've mentioned that at the time. I'm not sure, obviously. First time we are growing in here, so we'll see. That bit here, still nothing. Obviously, it's just a bit of weed growing in there that will need to be cleared. This is still covered up, so hopefully it shouldn't be too bad once it gets lifted. And oh, the path is getting quite dangerous now. And then this bit here, again, same thing, just a bit of weed that needs to be lifted. And that is it. That is it. So, not too bad. A lovely day as well, so can't really complain. Oh, no, one more thing actually. So if you see there on, I don't like showing other people's plots, well, except the amazing dahlia display on that side, but I don't really like showing you other people's plot. But around about here, so there was the plum tree right here. And as you can see, it's been cut right back. I'm not sure if the idea is to get it to die or not. But that being said, was the sun turning round. So we get obviously, the sun is here right now. Not exactly sure, should be around about 10 o'clock in the morning just now. And our 12 o'clock sun is round about there. So we get the evening sun in there. So that means that, I'm trying not to fall over. That means that that stretch here, especially those 2 beds there, those 3 there, and a bit of those 3 there as well, but certainly the 3 in here and those 2 here don't get any sun at all with this in the way. So they should be getting some sun now. So it's quite a good news, I suppose, in a sense, although they were lovely. She did say when last year all the plums growing on our side, so I just take them, and I picked up a few and just absolutely look gorgeous. Really sweet, really nice. But yeah, do we want a few nice plum, or do we want enough sun to make 5 more beds work? So I think it's an easy choice. We are now reaching the end of this video. It's actually been a quite interesting visit. It wasn't, like I said at the beginning, it wasn't planned at all until this morning, where when I woke up, I didn't really plan what I was going to say or anything like that. I was here on Friday, did a bit of work, so I knew there was a couple of things that I wanted to mention, just like the fruit trees and the water butt at the back. But apart from that, there's not really much that I really wanted to talk about, or I specifically wanted to talk about. So it's actually been quite interesting to come here and kind of see as I was going along at the same time as you were discovering the current state of the garden, seeing what's been done, and talk about the progress. So it's actually been quite an interesting video. Soon there will be a couple of videos coming. There's more that need to be sown and harvested. We've got the Christmas potatoes in the garden, in the buckets outside. I've had a sneak peek. Well, Christmas potatoes, we're in January now, but I didn't harvest them for Christmas simply because I didn't needed them, and I wasn't expecting much at all, to be fair, because we had a very early frost, like early October. We had really hard frost, which was really, really early, and the foliage died off at that point, and I thought they've had it. They had been for about a month and a half in the ground. They're Maris Piper, so that's certainly not long enough. It would be enough if it was Swift. Maris Piper is not long enough, but I've had a wee dig, and then right at the, well, maybe an inch or an inch and a half down, I picked up the first potato, and it's actually slightly bigger than a new potato already. So, you know, maybe some nice surprise under there. We'll discover that. So I'll definitely harvest those ones very soon as well. And then a bit of sowing that needs to be done. The crop planning will be coming in the next week or so. I'm definitely going to be recording this shortly. It's been a fun morning. It's getting really hot in the sun. Actually, I feel my cheeks burning now. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. As always, you know, if you like the video, please leave a like. That really, really helps the channel. If you've not subscribed to the channel yet, I would really appreciate that if you consider subscribing. Again, that really helps the channel, and also if you like the content, that will keep you in the loop of the next videos coming. Make sure to tick the bell as well. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.